Welcome, Laurent.
Thank you, Peric.
Centreon, as any monitoring platform, is a software platform where user will connect, and we need to authenticate them first and then authorize them with some access rights. Can we start by explaining each of these terms first?
Yes, as you said, the first part is to authenticate a person, to be sure that the correct person wants to access to an application. Currently, you set your login, your password, and you access to the application. Or you can use other authentication like biometric recognition, or I don't know. Or you can combine. You use multiple factor authorization, so login, password, and application on your phone to access to an application. Once you are authenticate, you need to be sure that you can access to the application. Maybe you cannot access or you can access. So this is authorized. And if you access to the application, what is your right inside the application? Can you access to all menu? Can you access to all action? So the first pass is to be authenticate, then authorization.
Okay, that's clear. So I know that if I test Centreon in a lab, I will just create users within the platform, but I suppose that in a real environment, this is not how you do it.
No, yes, you're right. If you want to test an application, of course, you will use local accounts because it's more easy to manage. But company wants to centralize user into a directory. So all application will be connected to this identity provider to centralize all user and all authorization. So this name delegation of authentication.
Okay, with an identity provider, can we name some of the software vendors in that space?
Yes, you have like Microsoft Active Directory or Lemon LDAP or Open LDAP for open source part. But recently, you have a SSO, single sign-on, and a provider like Okta or Microsoft Azure can manage this SSO.
Okay, so single sign-on is another term to know. Can you explain what is SSO?
Yes, SSO is the fact that you connect one time to the identity provider and you can access to several applications. When you open your computer, you access to your mail, you authenticate to access to your mail, then you want to open another application and you are already connected to this application and you have your rights on this application.
Okay, so when I'm choosing a new monitoring platform, one of the things to look at will be how can I integrate this platform with whatever identity providers are already in my environment. What is the protocol between the two platforms?
You have both protocols. The first one is ACML v2, and the second one, most recent, is OpenID Connect or OIDC.
Okay, it's two protocols then.
Yes, and you have other companies used to base their authentication protocol on OIDC. So in some application, you have a button connect with Apple, connect with Twitter, connect with other.
Okay, so now I understand. I will integrate Centreon with some platform using one of these two protocols. They will authorize and authenticate the person. How do we map this person to the detailed, access control list, the detailed rights in the platform? How do I map the two?
When the application will ask to authenticate a person, it will receive an answer from the IDP, like the name, first name, email address. But you have also a notion of groups. So the identity provider will forward information to application. This person is member of these groups. And the application will receive this and compare this to its own ACL list and give a match and apply authorization inside the application. So it's a notion of groups.
Okay, so that's very clear. So maybe to conclude, for Centreon platform, what do we support today in this area and what are our plans for the future?
Of course, we support local authentication. We support LDAP protocol to authenticate and authorize a person. We have also a web SSO, so the web server will make authentication with the IDP. And recently, we used to integrate OpenID Connect, but only for authentication. And we are working to add authorization for OIDC protocol for next version.
So then we'll have everything.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Awesome. Thank you, Laurent.
Thank you, Peric.